Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to All Black Everything, where culture and creativity meets connection. My name is Aaron. You can call me Chiz. I wanted to switch it up in this video. I know it's been a minute since I posted my last one. I think this one, I don't have a product to review. That's the first thing. I just want to kind of talk to the folks that are subscribed and to folks that are looking to subscribe about something that I've been dealing with over the last few years, but more so recently realized it over the last week or so. So figured I would share with you guys. So, you know, if you were dealing with the same thing and maybe we could game plan together on how to push past it. But I guess I can just start off with a story for this particular case. So there's a guy, he was always considered to be successful at a lot of the things that he did, and always jumped into different things, whether that be going to school to be a doctor and achieving success on that front, and then starts to, you know, realize some success. People are saying, you're great at this, you're good, you have a future in doing this, and that person backs up and tries something else. Fast forward a year or so later, he wants to go into the music industry and manage and live something out that he's been dreaming about for years, to have a career in the music industry and own his own record label. Starts to build relationships on that front. People that are highly regarded are telling this particular individual that he's the next big manager in the business, he's the next big thing. Starts to build connections, start getting artists, like, you know, going out to different shows, making really, really big connections, and achieving some level of success just within the 6 months to a year that this person was deciding to pursue this passion in music. Once he starts getting that success, he starts to dial it back and reconsider what he's doing and, you know, pivot to something else. So as you can see where I'm going here, first off, this particular person that I'm talking about is myself. Even with YouTube, you know, and starting this channel, have a few uploads, you know, get a certain amount of subscribers, which is not a lot at all, still under 50. However, starts to get recognition from those around me saying, hey, you're doing a great job, I really think this is going to be big. And then I go on a 2 to 3 week hiatus, like literally a 2 to 3 week hiatus, because of what? And so over the last week, I had to dig within myself to figure out what that is and why has this same issue been plaguing me for years. Probably since high school, like in different circumstances, maybe at the smaller scale or bigger scale, but there always comes a case where I go hard at something, I try something new, I have success at it, and then I stop. So you might think that it comes from sometimes someone's being cocky or getting too arrogant, but that's not my case, because I literally stopped doing it. It's not like I continued to work on it and build that craft after I've achieved a level of success. I literally stopped. Some people have to deal with the fear of failure, which is something that plagues a lot of people. That has never been my issue, fortunately. I don't have a problem with jumping into something new, figuring it out, getting the ball rolling, and pushing through it. I don't have an issue with trying new things and a fear of failure and not like succeeding at something. But after digging within myself, like really, really digging within myself, asking myself these tough questions on why do you quit? Why do you stop when you see a level of success? And it really wasn't the fear of failure. It was honestly the fear of success. And I know that might be different for a lot of people to hear. You typically hear about people are afraid to fail. In my case, after doing some deep reflection, I realized that I was scared to succeed. And when I figured that out, and really still didn't understand it once I had pinpointed that was my issue. I did some research and found a couple articles and found out that this wasn't just plaguing me. This is something that people deal with. People are literally afraid of success, which is why when I achieve a level of success, I start to dial it back. So I found an article on Inc.com, and I have it right here. I'm going to read an excerpt from it. The title of the article is called "Why Fear of Success is Holding You Back More Than Fear of Failure," and it's by a gentleman named James Sudoku. And I'll link the actual article within this video. But there's an interesting passage that really resonated with me, and then we can continue to talk on it. The passage was there's multiple passages and multiple sections within this article, but one that really caught my eye was the success. The passage is titled "Success also often means a bigger impact on more people." It could be a bigger role where more people depend on you. It can be that more people care what you do and say, and that your opinions are further reaching. It sounds great, but bigger impact can also actually make you feel vulnerable because you are now more in the spotlight to more people. It can be easy to be scared off by that and feel ill-equipped to handle the scrutiny, the judgment, and everything else that comes with the broader exposure. It often prompts questions about whether you can live up to people's new expectations of you, or if you even want to have to do that. So that particular section, the whole article resonated with me, but that particular section in general really resonated with me just because of the fact that I did realize after I read that, once I get to that level, whether it's in the music industry or whether it was in public health or in the sciences, whether that's in my current role in technology, whether that was with YouTube, there was a point where I started to get this recognition and started to get this feeling of gratitude and appreciation from those that are around me, saying that you're great at this and I see you really have a future in whatever you're doing. Then I start to dial it back and I start to take my foot off the pedal because I'm like, hold up, now everybody's watching me. Now I have expectations to live up to. I set the bar too high for myself. How am I going to continue to raise the bar? How am I going to continue to succeed? What happens if I am successful? What are the next steps when I do reach this level of success? Am I going to change? Are the people around me going to change? And so when those thoughts start to come, that innately makes me want to dial it back, which has been an issue for me throughout those different ventures that I've done. And first step to recovery, honestly, is admitting that you have a problem. You always hear that, when people are recovering from drugs and alcohol or whatever the case may be. But I think for me, this last week and really figuring out that was my problem, was the first step. And I figured I would share that with you because it's more so, I know I'm not the only one dealing with that issue. And then also, I'm still on this journey to figure out where that issue is actually coming from and how can I push past it. The first step was me getting on camera, of course, to admit that these last 3 weeks of me uploading wasn't because I didn't have any products. There's so many products out there. It's honestly come from me having the feeling of actually pulling this off. What if I actually pull this stuff off? What if this actually becomes a bigger thing? What if I have this responsibility to Black-owned businesses? Now what do I do? And so those thoughts start to come. And I guess now that I'm talking through it, I realize that when those thoughts come, those are actually thoughts that are there to push you further, not to push you back. Because that level of responsibility is what you're actually seeking. If I was able to be locked in a box and just be successful and no one and it just be focused on me, then that's easy. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have any problems pushing past and moving forward with whatever I'm doing. But I have to realize that the things that I'm doing are bigger than me, and that when I do continue to push past. And when I do have those feelings of doubt or responsibility, that's actually what you do it for. You do it to feel that sense of responsibility, because at the end of the day, it's not about you and not about what your level of success is. It's really about how many people you're actually touching around you. And if that level of responsibility isn't there, then you're not going to be successful. So I had to realize that those feelings that were coming from the fear of success were actually there to push me and continue to move forward. Because even in the music industry, I had artists that I was looking after and managing at a small scale, of course. But once I felt like that level of responsibility was too high, I dialed it back. I quit. And it takes a lot for me to sit on camera and admit that I quit at a lot of my endeavors, and I almost quit at this. This format may change. I may do something similar to like doing Black-owned business, but I also want to talk about, things that can affect a Black business owner, because I'm pretty sure this same topic has affected a Black business owner, a non-Black business owner out there that have stopped in their tracks because they were scared to succeed and they were worried about what success actually looked like. And I'm here to tell you that those feelings, those questions that come when you're worried about success, only comes when you're doing the right thing. If you're on the wrong path, you're not thinking about what if this actually happens, and what if this actually works. Those feelings that come when you're pushing forward to something that you truly are passionate about, and something that is going to touch multiple people, you realize that those questions come and you have to push through it. And if you're watching this, you probably don't have a fear of failure. Just be mindful and ask yourself the deep questions of, do I have a fear of success? And when you continue to identify the issues that you have within yourself, you'll be able to push past them. And so that's the first step that I'm doing here. And I want to continue to talk about things like this with you guys, continue to show you guys Black-owned businesses, but let's talk about what is the real Black-owned business. I think that Black-owned business and that business in general, it starts in your mind and identifying what the real issues are. So feel free to leave comments below about what you thought about this. If you have any feedback on the fear of success, or the fear of failure, or just in general tips on how to push past this particular feeling that I'm pretty sure plagues multiple people out there. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let's discuss this, man, and continue to identify the issues that we have, so we can continue to be successful and hold a greater sense of responsibility. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching Black-owned Everything. Not Black-owned Everything, All Black Everything. See, I haven't did a video in a long time. I forgot the name of my freaking channel. So thanks for watching All Black Everything, where culture and creativity meets connection. My name is Aaron. You can call me Chiz. A little bit different today, but wanted to definitely share this with you guys and see your thoughts and maybe help somebody in the process. But don't let that fear of success hold you back. Identify the problem and figure out ways to push through it. Thank you. Peace.
Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder,